Hi, this is The Greatest Story Ever Played. I'm Dan, and today I'm going to be talking about Mario Kart 8. A quick description for this game is hit the road with the definitive version of Mario Kart 8 and play anytime, anywhere. Race your friends or battle them in a revised battle mode on new and returning battle courses, play locally, and up to a 4-player multiplayer in 1080p while playing in TV mode. Every track from the Wii U version, including DLC, make a glorious return. Plus, the Inklings appear as well as all new guest characters, along with returning favorites such as King Boo, Dry Bones, and Bowser Jr. And quick production info is it was developed by Nintendo EAD. They're known for like Animal Crossing New Leaf, Super Mario Maker. I think that they were the primary Nintendo studio before recently. Like, I think Mario Kart 8 might be one of their last major titles, and then it switched to like a different Nintendo division who did like New Horizons and Breath of the Wild, that sort of stuff. That's my understanding, at least. So, I guess also just pausing here. Of course, this is not a story-driven game at all. And, as you may know, occasionally I will throw in games that don't have a story at all, but are just ones that I like and think could be fun to talk about. So here we are. Also, about this time last year, I talked about Mario Kart 64. So, I don't know. It might be interesting to see a comparison of what I thought then versus now, if you're looking for ideas. But, yeah, that's sort of game plan here. Also, for what it's worth, Mario Kart 64 is the last Mario Kart I've played until I played Mario Kart 8. So, I've missed all the generations in between in that time. And so, I don't know, that might bring a unique or fun perspective as it comes to this. Cool. Okay. Well, that is, I guess, enough introduction. I think a big part of this game, right, is character options. So, there are 16 base characters. They follow the light, medium, and heavy for their weights, just like Mario Kart 64. So heavies, you have like Wario or Donkey Kong. Light, you have like Toad or Peach. Medium, that was like Mario and Luigi, that kind of thing. This follows that same mode, just adding a few more people. Also, as you play the game, there are 14 unlockable characters, and there's also 6 DLC characters. So I played this on Switch, like the description above said, so you get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so you get this extra stuff when you buy it as like a complete edition, essentially. So you've got that, and then also through the game you can customize your kart. This is certainly new for me. Maybe it's been around for a while, but new for me. So you get to choose the type of tire you use, the type of kart you use, and then sort of your glider or kind of other bonus thing. I use the glider, so that's the one I mentioned. So those are sort of some things around the game. And now, I think, before talking about the game itself, I think the last kind of major important thing is what character you play as. I think everyone in these kinds of games has their preferred character. Similar with like Smash Bros. People have a character or two they probably prefer. Mario Kart, I would imagine, is the same way. I know it is for me. So for me, my favorite character is Donkey Kong. That's who I used in N64, and I picked up back with Donkey Kong again here. I tried a few other characters along the way, just because this is a new game for me, but I didn't stick with many. I don't know. I'd rode Donkey Kong before, so it was easy to want to just stay with him. I like using a heavy, and so, that really worked with Donkey Kong for me. Also, I think I'm the only person I know who uses Donkey Kong, and I didn't really see a lot of people online who were using him, so maybe he's not a very preferred character, but he's just my character. Ren on Twitter said, I'm an exclusive Waluigi stan, and Let's Play Baseball on Twitter said, Waluigi. So, a couple people loving Waluigi. That's fun. I think he's fun. Connor on Twitter said, Shy Guy, every single time. So, some Shy Guy love. Nikki on Twitter says, My Boy Link. Alan on Twitter says, Pink Gold Peach. And Alex on Twitter says, Peach. Jonathan says, Koopa. And Harley wraps up with Yoshi. So we've got, I would say, a mix of people there. I wonder if Shy Guy counts as a heavy, or if because he's small, but he's compact. He might be. I could see him being any of the sizes. I don't know. I think Yoshi, Koopa, Peach, and Link are all lightweights, so they like the speed a little more. I would imagine Waluigi's a middle, like Luigi. So, yeah, a variety of ways people play. Also, Connor or anyone else, if knows what Shy Guy is, what class he fits in, that would be fun to know, because I'm not sure. I never played with him, but I did see him. I think he must be a light. I feel like I've run into him as Donkey Kong and moved him off, so he's probably a light. Okay. Anyway, character choices. These are fun to hear what people choose, what they like. It is nice in this game that since you have so many characters, you have a lot of options. I feel like if I were playing this regularly with friends and for some reason someone else liked Donkey Kong, I imagine I would be able to find other characters I like playing with, even if it changed my play style. I know in the N64 version, Yoshi was kind of my alternate. I like DK the most, but I would flip the script and go to Yoshi if needed as well. So, I don't know. Now, what I thought I'd do is take you through my experience playing the first Grand Prix. I think this is the Mushroom Cup. Or no, not the first Grand Prix. The 4 main Grand Prix. That's what I was going to do. So these are the 4 base races, and just talk about my experience, a little bit about the levels, and yeah, I guess how that went. So, Mushroom Cup is the first cup you play. Each Grand Prix is 4 races, and they go Mushroom, Flower, Star, and Special. Those are sort of the 4 main ones. Those were the 4 titles of the N64 when I played, so that was familiar. And this game also has a bunch of other ones that we'll mention, but not talk near as in depth about. Also, I played on 100cc, so I didn't go as hard as you could. I tried to play a little bit, just messing around with the levels. 50 got easy pretty quick, even though I hadn't played Mario Kart in a long time. Like, a lot of that retention was still there. 100 provided some challenge, so that was about right. I tried to move up, and I'd lose a bit more, so I didn't think that would be... that was maybe a little ahead of my curve. Maybe I'll get there as I keep playing, but yeah, that was where I was at. So, Mushroom Cup, your first race is Mario Kart Stadium, and this is your standard racetrack, but it's a very good track, and I think they start off the game with a bang here. In this race, I ended up getting 3rd place, but I got beat out along the way. Next up was Water Park, and then Sweet Sweet Canyon, and then Thwomp. So I ended up winning this cup. I got 49 total points. Bowser came in second at 45, and Iggy tied Bowser at 45 as well. So going through this, I felt my rivalry with Bowser, right? That he was a heavy, and I was a heavy. So throughout this game, there was a lot of us kind of gunning against each other, passing each other a lot through the races kind of thing. So that was a fun rivalry. Next up is the Flower Cup. You've got the Mario Circuit, Toad Harbor, Twisted Mansion, and Shy Guy Falls. And for this, I got 1st place at Mario Circuit, and then I got 2nd place at the other 3. So, only won once in that one as well, but had my work cut out for me. For this one, I ended up winning this one. Donkey Kong got 51 points, Baby Mario got 48 points, and Bowser had 46. So this was where my dislike of the baby characters certainly came in. Rivaling with Baby Mario, he'd like zip by me, but running into him was pretty satisfying. And the rivalry with Bowser continued, right? He's 46. He was up there. So again, him and I were gunning a lot, being kind of the heavies along the way. Next cup is the Star Cup. This has Sunshine Airport, Dolphin Shoals, Electrodome, and Mount Wario. I got 1st place at Sunshine Airport and Electrodome. I got 2nd place at Dolphin Shoals and Mount Wario. So I felt like in this one I was getting my groove. I think I was getting better, right, as I was playing these cups. I think what I did as I played these cups is each day at lunch I'd play one. So I suspect this was probably on a Wednesday. I'd build up through the week, and I was getting better at Mario Kart as I played this week. So this ended Donkey Kong with 54. I won this one. Wario got 2nd place with 52. And then Daisy/Bowser Jr. tied for 3rd place at 39. So this one was really me and Wario neck and neck. I suspect he must have gotten probably 1st and maybe a 3rd on the 2 that I got second place in. That would be my guess. But so there was a bit of back and forth for us there, which was fun. Again, another heavy. I wonder, I'm inclined to think at this point that the game auto-generates a rival who's of your type to kind of be the one you go up against the most, that's hardest for you. That'd be my theory. That feels like that fits with the Bowser experiences in the 2 previous ones, and then Wario here. And then finally to the Special Cup. You've got the Cloud Top Cruise, Drybone Dunes, Bowser's Castle, and Rainbow Road. And this one I got first at Cloud Top Cruise, Bowser's Castle, and Rainbow Road, and I got second place at Drybone Dunes. So here I had definitely peaked. I'd gotten better at the game, and on the hardest courses, I guess, I got the best. Something that was very satisfying within this one is at Rainbow Road. I was in second place right before the finish line, and I had a green shell, and I aimed it right, and I shot Peach right before the finish line and skirted past her just there. That was one of those super satisfying feeling Mario Kart things of like just sneaking right in. I really enjoyed that. That made this my favorite cup experience because that was a real satisfying way to win. And the scores here, Donkey Kong 57, Wario 44, and Peach at 40. So this one, again, kind of peaked at this point, got better through the week, I would say. Wario, again, another heavy rival, so that theory probably holds true. And yeah, I guess that's my experience going through these ones. Also, for what it's worth before we go on to other stuff, is I did play all of the courses on 100, like, I don't know, over the course of the month or something like that. But I think I started off, I'd only played a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to play my 4, like, official Grand Prix. So that's when I did these. And then after this, I played all the other ones at 100, and then I browsed a little bit with 150 as well, kind of thing. So that's sort of how I played. I suspect maybe if I had played later, maybe I would have won more of these faster, or like got more first place is, or if I would have went harder, maybe I would have lost more. I don't know. But that's how that went. So then a question that I ask people is, what was your favorite track? For me, I would say Mario Kart Stadium is, I think, a classic. I mentioned that at the beginning. I really like that one. And I also really like Shy Guy Falls. I thought that one was pretty fun. I like that it has a lot going on. If I'm remembering right, there's some normal track. There is a waterfall that you go down for quite a while that feels a lot like a giant water slide, which is pretty fun. And then there's also a part where you jump over like a chasm where you use your glider or things like that. So I liked this one because you did a little bit of everything in it, and I thought it was fun. Also, there's lots of Shy Guys all yelling around, which is kind of fun. So those are the 2 I could think of that are some of my favorites. Do you want to continue? On Twitter wrote in and said Mount Wario was their favorite. I like that one as well. Let's Play Baseball said, of course, new courses, Mario Kart Stadium is my favorite. Of the old ones, either Wario's Gold Mine or the N64 Rainbow Road track. Yeah, I liked Wario's Gold Mine as well. I think those are good courses. And 64 Rainbow Road's a classic, so I'm glad that was here. Nikki on Twitter said either Bowser's Castle or that NDS Wario Stadium or anything Rainbow Road because it's pretty and hilariously difficult. Oh, yeah. Rainbow Road can hurt your eyes doing it, which is funny. I remember my eyes hurting all the time playing N64 and doing that, for sure. And lastly, GameSimp on Twitter said Cheap Cheap Beach. So, yeah, kind of a variety of things. I think that's something that's pretty fun with this game is there's so many tracks that you could enjoy them. So next is the other Grand Prix. So there's several more. So I'm not going to talk overly about the races, but just list them and where they come from. So we got Yoshi's Circuit from Game Boy Color, I believe. This is from the Shell Cup. So you've got the Game Boy Color Yoshi Circuit, Excite Bike Arena, Dragon, Driftway, and Mute City. So that's from that Grand Prix. Then you've got the Banana Cup. You've got Game Boy Color's Dry Dry Desert, Super NES, Donut Plains 3, N64 Royal Raceway, and 3DS DKs 1. I thought this is cool as these went, and you'll see it more, but just pulling from different retro ones. And, so a lot of these are new to me because, again, I only played the N64 one, really. So those ones were familiar and it was fun to go home. But these other ones, I assume, were familiar for other people. It had memories attached to them as well. And I thought that was really cool. I think that was a cool way to expand the game. Next up, we've got Leaf Cup. It has the Nintendo DS Wario Stadium, Game Boy Color Sherbert Land, 3DS's Music Park, and the N64 Yoshi Valley. I enjoyed playing Yoshi Valley here. I remember all the confusion of that from N64 when I played, since you don't know who's in first place and things like that. So that was fun. Lightning Cup, you've got the Nintendo DS Tick-Tock Clock. There we go. 3DS's Piranha Plant Side, the Wii's Grumble Volcano, and N64's Rainbow Road. So these 4 additional cups are all part of the base game. They're just retro cups that you get also, which is pretty cool. Then there's actually 4 additional DLC Grand Prix that come with this version. So you've got... there's one that says Egg Cup, but it's all the ones from earlier. Game Boy Color's Yoshi Circuit, Excite Bite Arena, Dragonfly Driftway, and Mute City. So that's wrong. One of those 2 are wrong. I don't know which one I mislabeled. So I think there's 4 hidden tracks that I won't say because my notes are messed up. Triforce Cup is Wii's Wario Goldmine, SNES Rainbow Road, Ice Ice Outpost, and Hyrule Circuit. So you got those. Then you have the Bell Cup, 3DS Neo, Bowser City, Game Boy Advance Ribbon Road, Super Bell, Subway, and Big Blue. And then Crossing Cup, you've got Game Boy Color's Baby Park, Game Boy Advance Cheese Land, you've got Wild Woods, and you have Animal Crossing. I like that Animal Crossing one. I think that one's pretty fun. Also on the picture, it has it split where there's 2 options. There's like a beach one and a snowy looking one. And I've only gotten the beach one, so I wonder if it changes based on what the weather's like where you live. I don't know. But I thought that was fun. I also like for this DLC, so you get some retro tracks, but then you also just have some new ones they made, which I think is pretty fun. Alright, finally, moving on to battle mode. So battle mode, you've got 8 courses, I believe it's 8, yeah. You've got Battle Stadium, Sweet Sweet Kingdom, Dragon Palace, Lunar Colony, 3DS Woohoo Town, Game Boy Colors, Luigi Mansion, SNES Battle Course number 1, and Urchin Underpass. These are fun. Also, there's a variety of battle modes, which was interesting. If I'm remembering right from N64, there is just the everyone from themselves, and you're trying to hit each other and knock each other's balloons off. But I believe in this one, there are a bunch of other modes. I did just play the mode I knew from N64, since that was the one I was familiar with. And I had a lot of fun with this. I was surprised how much fun I had just running around and playing with the computers this way, too, because it's total chaos, because there's, 8 or 12 or 16 people playing at the same time, so it's just chaos. And you can hit a lot of people. So I had a lot of fun with that. My favorites for battle mode were the Battle Stadium and the SNES Battle Course. Both of those I really liked. I think it's they're both big enough, but I think all being more or less one level. I think I liked that about it, is you didn't have multiple levels. Like in Luigi's Mansion, there's multiple levels, so you can kind of not see action for a little bit. These one, there's a lot of action, but you are more or less on the same level. So I think that's why I like those the most. But both super fun, really enjoyable. Yeah, good stuff. So, I guess that's battle. Moving on to general thoughts. I mentioned this off top, but I liked that I could play a game that I haven't played since Mario Kart 64 and pick up and enjoy and do well at. I think that's pretty cool that it, felt intuitive enough for me, being someone who hadn't played one like a different version or whatever in so long. But it was like, oh, it's Mario Kart. I know how to do that, and it was able to be picked up that way. I bought this a couple months ago on Switch, so I hadn't had it, but I had played it a couple times with friends before. A group of friends and I played in March last year, like a little bit before COVID set in where we live, and that was really fun playing in person with 4 people. We all had controllers, and as people lost, other people would cycle in, so there was more than 4 of us. But doing that, and also, like, we did the races. We didn't do battle, which I feel like would be fun to do now, but we did races, and when we did the races too, it wasn't just, the 4 of us versus each other. The other characters, the NPCs were also there. So that was pretty fun because it was, we might rival each other, but then also, like, there were a couple NPCs that were good and rival with them as well. So I thought that was really fun. And I'm really glad they kept the co-op for up to 4. Also, like, I think that this is a game, again, me playing from 64 back in the day, that was very much so a fun game to play with friends in person. So I'm glad that still exists. I thought that was cool. The new characters and courses I thought were fun. I also liked having those throwback courses. Getting to see the couple N64 ones were really fun. I'm like, oh, I know you. And other ones, I feel like some of the courses, like how Rainbow Road exists through the games, some of them just come up every year, some of them get replaced, and some of them you can tell are new iterations of ones. You're like, oh, okay, this is a new angle on this kind of course. So I thought that was pretty cool. Getting to see those, having new characters was fun. Some of them I didn't even know who they were because, I'm newer to Nintendo because I owned an N64, then I never owned a Nintendo console again until I bought a Switch for Animal Crossing when that came out last year. So there's like a big gap of time in there. So some of these characters are new to me, but it was fun getting to do that and just see everything get bigger. That was pretty enjoyable. I guess my last thing. I guess overall I had a lot of fun with this. I played on my lunch breaks at work, which was nice. That a Grand Prix is like a perfect amount for playing on my break. I think it would take me 15 to 20 minutes kind of thing. So I got to play it, be over, and then I'd still have a little bit of my lunch to just chill or whatever. And it was perfect for that. I think that's really great about this game. And I'm looking, I imagine, I don't tend to play games a lot after I finish them. So I think this will be nice to just let sit for a while and then pick back up in a few months or something like that and just get into it again and that kind of thing. So my final kind of thought is I'm curious what they'll do for Mario Kart 9. So they mentioned off top that this one originally came from the Wii, then they deluxed it for the Switch and, added this other stuff. You got the complete edition, essentially. I'm curious, would they come out with a 9 on the Switch, or would they just wait for whatever the console is after Switch and do it then? Or what they'd even do. I think that the reverse comment of I picked this up after N64 and, haven't played since then and could pick it up and enjoy it. And I think that's a really good thing. There's familiarity, all of that stuff. It's not like the game totally changed. And I think that's really cool. I'm really glad about that personally playing here. But I suspect as a dedicated Mario Kart person, I don't know. What can they do to surprise you? Would it be fine to just wait even longer? I don't know what you'd change or make different to make this desirable, because I think there is sort of a tension of games of if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. I wouldn't want Mario Kart to do a bunch of changes that would make the game worse. Obviously, no one would want that, but I would be concerned on that avenue. But on the other hand, I'm sure some people could feel like it's like Madden or other sports EA sports games where it's the same game over and over and doesn't change that much. I could see people having a complaint with that, but I don't know how I don't know what you do to change it. I'm curious as to what will happen there. And maybe it's one of those games where you can pop in and out as you wish, and it's fun there. Or maybe it's the new version is for the kids who come out, and then people who have played for a long time, they just pick it up every so often or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think this would be a fun party game as well. I mentioned that earlier, but I think that would be something that would be really fun. In the U.S. here, a lot of people are starting to get their vaccines and stuff like that, so it seems like moving towards hanging out inside with people will be more normal. So this might be fun to break out, hanging out with some friends. Okay, cool. That is, I guess, the end of my general thoughts on Mario Kart 8. I do have a little bit of listener feedback before we wrap up. Jonathan on Twitter says, wish they had gone the Smash Bros. Ultimate route and added all the tracks. Koopa Cape is a premium course that this game is missing. I like this idea. I wonder if this would be the thing you could do in the next Mario Kart, is if you added all the courses from all the games. That could be big. I feel like this would feel like a cop-out, but it feels like if you had a 9 and you did that, and then for 10, that was like the one where you did everything. I could see that being a way to like market that and do that, like Mario Kart 10, experience all of them together, blah blah blah. That said, like I wouldn't want to have to wait that long for it, but I could see that. That's a great idea. I would like that. I really liked Calamari Desert in Mario Kart 64 with the train. That was like that's my favorite course of any Mario Kart game. And I would love to have played it on this. I wish that was here. Morgan on Twitter said, it's an enjoyable game, but not one I feel like I want to invest time to master. It's cool to have it available when you play with friends over, though. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know if I would want to put in the work to master this game either. I think it is much more fun in a casual way to pick up. I don't know if I'd want to be excellent at this where I'm so good. I guess I don't normally play games that way anyway to be excellent, but this is one I agree. I don't think I'd want to invest a lot of time to get there. It's more fun to just play with people. Nikki on Twitter said, really great and fun game. I love that they brought back some tracks from older games. I also love that it's not as complex as other quote-unquote professional racing games. And by the way, I think the next Mario Kart game should have a Pokemon track and character, maybe Red or Pikachu. Yeah, that's a good point. I think that is what I like about Mario Kart as well, is it's not daunting like trying to pick up a quote-unquote real racing game. Something that feels bigger like that. Is those feel a little intimidating. And for me, a little less appealing too. I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to just race cars. But, shooting people with shells and doing these go-karts and stuff, it's fun. I think it's a little less intimidating and all of that. And I am a little bit surprised that Pokemon's not included here. That does seem like a good addition for the next game, because it does seem like they are going more the Smash Bros route, where you are adding more characters from outside of, as time goes, the roster of characters get bigger. And like, this isn't simply characters from Mario anymore, like having the Animal Crossing characters. It seems like if it's Nintendo, it's open for business. So, yeah. And I think her choices too, Red or Pikachu, make the most sense. I don't know who else you would choose instead. I guess you could choose one of the newer starters, maybe from Sword and Shield, or whatever newest game is released at that time. I could see that. But that seems smart. I think they should do that. That would be fun. I would like to race as Pikachu. Cool. Yeah. All in all, that's Mario Kart 8. So thanks everyone for writing in. It was fun getting to go away from stories for a little bit and talk just about a fun game that's enjoyable. And yeah, I guess that is the episode. If you'd like to get in contact, you can talk to us on Twitter at StoryEverPod. Our website's TheGreatestStoryEverPlayed.com. That has all of our backlog of episodes, including the Mario Kart 64 one I mentioned earlier. If you'd like to support the podcast financially, you can do that at patreon.com/TheGreatestStoryEverPlayed. If you would, there you can donate as little as $1 per month, and it'll get you access to bonus content we do each month. We do a topical episode about whatever, things inside of video games or things outside of them. So recently I talked about like my favorite concerts I've been to. We've talked about our favorite Pokemon. We've talked about our favorite games from childhood, that sort of thing. So there's stuff there if you'd like to check it out. If you would like to support the podcast but can't financially, totally get it. That's totally fine. Just sharing this with a friend would be cool. Or if you'd want to rate and review on Apple Podcast or Podchasers or wherever you get your podcast, again, that would help. I think just being able to share these games with more people, I think would be fun. Just getting to enjoy things together with more people is always enjoyable. So we'd appreciate that if you'd like to do that. And yeah, that is our episode, and we'll see you next time.